The Valthuran High Command had made their decision in the crystalline halls of their homeworld, where logic flowed like water, and emotion was considered a disease. General Marcus Chen of the Terran Defense Force had become too dangerous to live. "The human has broken our siege of Kepler 442b, hissed Supreme Commander Zexthul, his four arms gesticulating at the holographic battlefield display. 17 of our finest battle groups reduced to scrap metal by a single human and his primitive fleet. The other members of the High Command clicked their mandibles in agreement. For 3 centuries, the Valthurans had expanded their empire across the galaxy, crushing resistance with calculated precision. No species had ever withstood their methodical advance for more than a few solar cycles. Yet this one human, this General Chen, had not only held them back but pushed them into full retreat. "Send the shadows," commanded Zexthul. "Let them remind the galaxy why we are feared." The Valtharans' Shadow Corps represented the pinnacle of assassin training across known space. Recruited from dozens of species, enhanced with cybernetic implants and genetic modifications, they were living weapons who had never failed a mission. 27 of them departed for the human command ship Indomitable that very cycle. None returned. General Chen stood on the bridge of his flagship, studying the tactical display with the same calm intensity that had earned him legend status among his crew. At 53, he was considered elderly by military standards, his dark hair streaked with silver and his face marked by the weight of command. But his eyes, those dark calculating eyes, missed nothing. "Sir," reported Lieutenant Commander Sarah Walsh, his tactical officer, "we've detected 17 different infiltration attempts over the past week. All unsuccessful." Chen nodded slowly. "The Valthurans are getting creative." "What's the body count?" 27 confirmed kills, sir. Various species, all enhanced. The latest one was particularly interesting. Some kind of phase shifter from the Nexus cluster. Chief Ramirez found it trying to materialize inside your quarters. A slight smile tugged at Chen's lips. "Remind me to thank the chief for installing those quantum stabilizers." The truth was, Chen had been expecting assassins from the moment he'd handed the Valtharans their first major defeat. It was simply how superior civilizations dealt with inconvenient problems. Eliminate the source rather than adapt to new circumstances. But they had made a fundamental error in understanding what made humans dangerous. They thought it was Chen. "Sir," called Ensign Park from the communication station, "incoming transmission from Valthuran High Command. It's addressed to you personally." On screen, Supreme Commander Zexithul's insectoid face filled the view screen, his compound eyes glittering with barely contained fury. "Human General, your continued existence has become inconvenient. We have sent our finest hunters. They tell us you killed them personally." Chen stepped forward, hands clasped behind his back. "Commander Zexthul, I appreciate your concern for my well-being, but I think there's been a misunderstanding." "Misunderstanding?" The alien's mandibles clicked rapidly. "You have slaughtered 27 of our most elite operatives." "Actually," Chen replied with the same tone he might use to discuss the weather, "I haven't killed a single one of them." The statement sent a ripple of confusion through the bridge crew, though they tried to hide it. Zexthul's head tilted in that peculiar way insectoids did when processing unexpected information. "Explain," Chen gestured to someone off-screen. A moment later, Chief Petty Officer Ramirez stepped into view. A stocky man with scarred hands and the easy confidence of someone who'd spent 30 years fixing things that broke in space. "Chief, would you mind explaining to the commander what happened to that phase shifter?" Ramirez scratched his chin thoughtfully. "Well, sir, the critter tried to phase into the general's quarters during gamma shift. Thing is, we'd just installed those new quantum field generators. Standard safety equipment, you understand? When something tries to materialize inside an active quantum field," he shrugged. "Let's just say the cleanup crew earned their hazard pay." Chen nodded to Lieutenant Walsh. "Sarah, the infiltrator we caught in engineering yesterday, fell into the antimatter containment field while trying to bypass security," she reported matter-of-factly. "We think it was going for the reactor core." "And the sniper we found in Cargo Bay 7? Ensign Kim spoke up from his station. "Got caught in the automated loading sequence, sir. Those cargo arms don't discriminate between legitimate cargo and, well, anything else." Chen turned back to the view screen, where Zexthul was listening with growing bewilderment. "You see, Commander, You've made a critical error in your assessment. You assumed I was the weapon you needed to eliminate. Are you not? Zexthol's voice carried a dangerous edge. I'm just a general, Commander. A decent tactician with 40 years of experience and a good crew. The weapon isn't me, it's them. Chen gestured broadly to encompass his bridge crew and by extension his entire ship. You sent assassins to kill one human, but you forgot that humans don't operate alone. We're pack hunters, Commander. Social creatures who've spent 10,000 years learning to work together. He paused, letting that sink in. Every one of your assassins walked into a ship crewed by 1,200 humans who've been living, working, and fighting together for 3 years. They know every bolt, every conduit, every hiding place. They've turned this ship into something your killers couldn't possibly understand. Not a machine of war, but a home they would die to defend. Chen's voice hardened. Your assassins weren't facing one human general, Commander. They were facing humanity itself. And that's a fight you can never win. The connection terminated abruptly. Later, in the quiet of his ready room, Chen reviewed the tactical reports. The Veltharans were pulling back across the entire front, not in defeat, but in what looked suspiciously like a strategic reassessment. Perhaps they were finally beginning to understand what they were truly up against. A soft chime announced an incoming message from Admiral Rodriguez at Fleet Command. Marcus, intelligence reports suggest the Veltharans are requesting peace talks. Whatever you did out there, keep doing it. Rodriguez out. Chen leaned back in his chair and smiled. The Veltharans had sent their best killers after the wrong target. They'd tried to cut off the head, not realizing they were facing a creature that could grow 1,000 new heads in its place. That was the thing about humanity, they never fought alone.